Hello, Cancer. Welcome to my channel. My name is Adriana, and I am going to give you a reading for the month of February. Now, before I begin, I would like to say that this is a general reading for Cancer, and it may not resonate with you personally. So I have pulled 3 tarot cards for what you need to know this month in February. I have pulled 2 cards for what it is that you need to learn this month, which is from the Soul Lessons and Soul Purpose Oracle cards. The tarot cards are from the Sanctus Concordia tarot deck. I've also pulled a card for what emotion you need to focus on this month, which is from the Soul's Journey lesson cards. I have pulled what it is that you need to focus on generally from the Divine Abundance Oracle cards. And I have pulled what it is that you need to work on this month from the Heal Yourself reading cards. And then I have also pulled a rune card and a card for what thought pattern you would benefit from changing this month. So I'll begin with that one first. We got plan rewarding activities. So for this, it's just saying to make sure that you do things that you enjoy. Perhaps give yourself a reward once you have achieved certain goals. Set smaller goals so that you can give yourself rewards each day. Instead of doing this for large work tasks, perhaps doing something smaller, like whenever you have done your daily chores or when you have done your daily exercise, to allow yourself to give yourself a bit more enjoyment throughout the day, and to feel a bit more pampered. So yes, I think it's going to make more sense to do the other cards before the tarot. So what it is that you need to focus on or what you need to learn this month is to be more creative, which I can see as being more creative about problem solving, but also being more creative to find more ways to enjoy the work that you're doing. So making more fun in your life and making things easier. So think outside the box here and do things in more of your own unique way. And then the other lesson that you got is reflect on your truth. So with that, we can see being related. So do things in your own unique way to reflect that truth, but also to focus in on what your truth looks like. Who is it that you really are, and what is it that you want to bring into the world, and reflect that. Reflect that through your thoughts and actions, the way that you speak, any content that you produce. Make sure that that is reflecting the truth that you want to present to the world. And then for that, the motion that you got is balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So I'm seeing that for the balancing of your work and rewards for yourself so that you can enjoy life more and feel more harmonious internally. And then also finding a balance in the work that you're doing. So if you are doing multiple projects, perhaps spending a little bit of time on one project and a little bit of time on another project, so that your time is being spent balancedly and the achievements that you're making on your work is in balance, instead of putting all of your energy into one thing. And then for what it is that you need to focus on for the month, you got flow, which says, allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. So this connects with the inner harmony, because when you are in harmony, you can better flow. Your emotions will flow, but I'm also seeing that this is that workflow, that state where you don't notice time passing and it doesn't feel like work. And that is why you need to be creative, add creativity and fun into what you were doing, because the more of that in there, the more enjoyment you're going to have and the more of a flow state you are going to find. And the more that it aligns to you, the more your work and efforts will feel like an extension of yourself instead of actual work. And so I can see that you might be able to find that state this month where you become one with your work instead of doing work. It will be that extension of yourself. And then for what it is that you need to work on this month, we have hole in the soul, which I see this as shadow work and self-reflection, but also in where it is that you are not living authentically and where you are not presenting that authenticity as truth. So when we take that into the tarot cards, we have the Lovers, which are two sides coming together to form one true embodiment, to say your higher self and this inner unity. And so this is a representation of the balance within yourself and your emotions, creating that truth. And then for your second card, we have the Three of Swords, which are three swords piercing through your heart. And so I see this connecting with the holes in the soul. Where are you having pains, emotional pains coming up, and how is this affecting your connection to your true essence, your higher self, but also your truth and authenticity? Where are these holes stagnating you? Are you having self-doubts come up because of past trauma? Are you having traits within yourself that are getting in the way of you doing what it is that you authentically want to do, such as a fear of public speaking? So I'm seeing that you need to take time to reflect on that and figure out how it is that you can heal these holes in your soul and find that truth. So some of you, I know, might have a bit of resistance to that because you have been doing a lot of shadow work, inner work already. And so you are ready to move forward in order to manifest and fully live your life instead of continuously doing work and work and work. And so I'm sorry to tell you that, but what I'm getting here is that there are larger underlying issues that you haven't looked at yet, and that these are the ones that need to be addressed at this time, and that you need to look at where these issues and programs and disillusions are veiling your perception of the world this month. So what your last card is the Moon, which can represent manifestation and the magic that is within you, but also can be connected to disillusion. So what illusions do you have about the world and what you can accomplish? So I'm seeing here that you may tell yourself false truths about the world, which may come from false programming. And this is going to shed a specific illumination onto what you see in the world. The reflection of yourself put onto the world. And so that may show you a false truth about yourself as well. An example here could be your relationship with money. So the world tells us that you have to do X, Y, and Z in order to get money. And this shapes the way that we view money itself, but also ourself and what it is that we do throughout our day and our life. We tell ourselves that we have to work a job in order to bring money in, when really money is a manifestation from the inside that can come out. But when we put these programs into our perception, then we block the truth, because we are aligning to that other truth, and that is the only thing that can come into our reality. It's almost like we are wearing blinders. So if we have the moon that is shining in front of us, we may not see the moon, but only specific light reflecting from the moon, if that makes sense. And so we have in this card this giant moon, with all this possibility, this true possibility that exists within us that we could birth into reality. But until we know our full truth and heal the holes in our soul that are allowing our energy to spill out and go into directions that are not serving us, then we cannot utilize that full energy that is available to us. So, to pull it all together, what you are being asked to do this month is to bring yourself back into harmony by dealing with the underlying issues that are shaping your entire worldview, such as your perception of relationships, how relationships work, how you operate within the world, how the world operates in relation to you, to money, and the way that you think about work, what you consider work, and what illusions you have about the world, so that you can see the truth and the magic that is truly there for you, so that you can reflect your truth into the world as your higher self through balance and flow. And then lastly, for your rune card, which I cannot pronounce these correctly, but you got Algiz, which means defense, courage, protection, independence, and higher self. So for this, I am getting really just the higher self, finding your truth and reflecting that. And so that is the end of your reading, Cancer. I hope that it was helpful. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you I did also consider subscribing, and I hope to see you again in March.